Thank you for being a Sterling client. Today I am going to walk you through our online flexible spending account application for employers. So first you're going to want to log into your online account on sterlingadministration.com, and then you will toggle to the products page. From there, you're going to find flexible spending account in the list, and then you'll click on either complete application or you'll click start application. So here you'll be taken to the flexible spending account application, and it will take you through a 6-step process to complete the information. So in this first section here is employer information. So we'll pre-fill in your company name here. You'll just let us know the state that you're organized in or incorporated, your fiscal year end date. You'll want to make sure that this is a future date, and it is your fiscal year end date. Then you'll enter the type of entity. You'll have a drop-down menu where you can choose the type of company that you are. If you have any affiliated employers, you can also choose yes here and enter in the affiliated employers. Is this a controlled group? So is your company owned by another company? If so, click yes, and you can enter the name of the owner there. Or if no, that box will go away. Here you'll enter the total number of employees in your company, and here the total number of FSA eligible employees in your company. Here you'll answer if you offer a company-sponsored medical plan to your employees. Please keep in mind that you do need to offer a company-sponsored medical plan to offer a healthcare FSA. Will your FSA plan include employees who are not eligible for your company-sponsored medical plan? This should be answered as no. Down below, should your company's choose your company's benefit plans. So from here, you can choose the type of FSAs that you want to offer your employees. So we have healthcare FSA here, dependent care FSA, limited purpose or post-deductible FSA. We have parking and transit as well as bicycle FSA. So let's go ahead and select each one of these, and we'll go through the process of taking a peek at what it looks like to design the plan for each. So I'm going to click on Confirm Plan Selections and then go ahead and slightly scroll down your screen here. And you will see that I have confirmed that these are the benefit plans I'd like to offer. And we're going to go through and we're going to edit each one to go ahead and let Sterling know how we'd like to administer those. So under here, we are going to look at the FSA. So this is the healthcare FSA for general purpose, medical, dental, and vision. Here, will this be a new FSA? So you'll let us know here if this is a brand new plan for your company or if this plan was already in place and we are going to be restating a plan that you've already started. So here, the health and welfare plan number, you'll enter that here. This is a 3-digit number that starts with a 5. You'll let us know the effective date of the plan. You can click here to choose the effective date. Or you can also type in the effective date if you prefer. Does this plan have a short plan year? That's asking if your plan year is going to be less than 12 months long. If it is, you can check yes here, and then you can choose the plan year dates by entering that in here. Or if it's going to be a full 12-month plan year, you can go ahead and enter no, and then choose your plan year dates. And you'll see that it does plug in a full 12-month plan year for me after entering the first date. Here you can enter if you have an open enrollment period that is set and you know what those dates are. We can open up our online system at your renewal time, and so we can program in that open enrollment for you so that employees who are already participants, who are already registered for online access on Sterling's website, can enroll and enter their open enrollment options for their elections at that time. So if you do want us to trigger that in our system, just go ahead and choose yes, and you'll enter your open enrollment dates here. If not, we'll go ahead and just leave that blank. Minimum annual election. Here is where you're going to enter if you do have a minimum annual election. If you do not, you can just enter 0 here. And your maximum annual election. So this is where you're going to enter the maximum amount that you're going to allow your employees to elect for the year in your healthcare FSA. And will the employer allow an annual rollover of unused funds? So here you're going to let us know if you're going to allow employees to roll over up to $500. You can choose amount that's lesser than that. And then grace period. Keep in mind you cannot offer both the rollover of funds and the grace period at the same time. You can choose either or. So you'll see here that if I try to choose grace at this point, it is grayed out, so I only have no to choose from. If you'd like to offer a run-out period, you may do so. Typical timeframes are 60, 90, or 30, 60, or 90 days for run-out periods. This is a period of time that starts after the end of the plan year, or if you choose grace, it'll start after your grace period. It allows employees to submit in their claims and receipts, although they cannot incur new expenses during this period of time. Here you'll see two options. One is CPE and one is CYE. Keep in mind that this indicates how Sterling should handle terminated employees. So if you do have an employee who terminates mid-year from the plan, would you like them to have 30 days from the date of their qualifying event to submit receipts? Or would you like to choose the CYE option, which would allow that employee to participate in the FSA plan with all of the other employees until the end of the plan year, but they would not be able to incur new expenses during that time? The most common option is CPE. Down below, you'll see a number of different payroll schedule descriptions. So please indicate to us which payroll that you follow. So if you are monthly, semi-monthly on the 15th and the last day of the month is your payroll schedule, or semi-monthly the 5th and the 20th of the month, or if you're biweekly or weekly. So if you check that, you will see that it says 26 here, and then I will enter my first payroll date after the plan year ends into this section here. So I'm going to choose August 20th here. All right, and then down here, one more question. If your pay date falls on a weekend or a holiday, do you pay your employees the day prior to the weekend, which would be the previous option, or would it be the next business day after that holiday or weekend? Will employer contribute to this plan? If you plan on making employer contributions, you can choose yes, and then you can indicate how much you'll be contributing down below. If not, we'll move on to debit cards. So if you choose to allow debit cards, you'll choose yes, and we will issue a debit card for every employee and any dependent that they enter into the system. And then permit qualified reservist distributions, the HART Act. So if you have any employees who are in the reserves and they get called to active duty, you can allow them to withdraw their FSA funds early. If you choose yes, then you have the option to choose that they can either pull out their entire annual election or just the amounts that they've actually contributed through payroll. Or if you have an other option, you can also enter that. And then we'll go ahead and save plan changes for this general purpose healthcare FSA. All right, so it looks like there is still something missing here because it's highlighted in red. So let's go back and look and see if we can find what that might be that's missing. No, yes, no, everything looks good. And I'm actually going to uncheck biweekly and semi-monthly. All right, so going on to dependent care, let's take a peek at what that looks like to set up. So will this be a new plan? Again, is this a restatement of a previously adopted plan that's already in progress, or will this be a new dependent care plan that you're setting up? We're going to go ahead and match up the plan number. So I chose 501 as my plan number for the healthcare FSA, and this one will be the same. And then we'll indicate whether this is a short plan year or not. Enter the plan dates, your open enrollment period, if you have a minimum annual election. If not, you'll just enter 0 here. Here you can enter your maximum annual election, and for dependent care, that is $5,000. You can enter if you will allow a grace period or a run-out period to submit claims. On dependent care, rollover of leftover funds is not an option. And then down below, again, you'll enter the payroll dates. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the commuter benefits. So let's click on parking here. I think I need to exit out of here first. My apologies. All right, so as we scroll down here, we will see that parking FSA setup. So again, will this be a new plan or a restatement? The health and welfare plan number will be repeated. The start date will be the same. You can enter your open enrollment period if you'd like. And then run out, if you will have a run out period for employees who terminate off the plan and how long would they be allowed to do so. And then down below, you'll enter your payroll setup. All right. Well, after you finish this section and complete all of your plan designs, it'll take you to the next section of our website where we're going to capture your contact information as well as section 125 options. So if you do choose to offer pre-tax premium deductions for your FSA account,